Topic 3, Ancient Egypt and Kush Assessment Accommodated. Directions, match the correct word to complete the blank. Number 1, the system of offices and officials that the pharaohs relied on to handle the business of government was called a blank. Choose A, B, C, or D. Number 2, ancient Egyptians developed a system of writing that used drawings and symbols called blank to represent words or sounds. Choose A, B, C, or D. Number 3, trade between Nubia and Egypt created blank, since each country depended on the other for goods it did not have. Choose E, AB, AC, or AD. Number 4, the Nubians created one of the world's first alphabets called blank. Choose E, AB, AC, or AD. Number 5, according to legend, the pharaoh and the leader who united the kingdoms of Upper and Lower Egypt was blank. Choose A, B, C, or D. Number 6, from their work with mummies, Egyptians learned much about blank, or the structure of the human body and its organs. Choose A, B, C, or D. Number 7, Egyptians were able to share and preserve knowledge thanks to officials called blank who knew how to write. Choose E, AB, AC, or AD. Number 8, through blank, which is the buying and selling of goods and services, Egyptians obtained needed goods and shared the ideas with their neighbors. Choose E, AB, AC, or AD. Okay, multiple choice. Number 9, what is the source of the Nile? A, the Blue Nile and the White Nile. B, the Khartoum River. C, the highlands of West Africa. Skip D. Number 10, Egypt's black land was caused by A, the damming of the Nile River. Skip B. C, the deserts surrounding the Nile. Or D, yearly flooding of the Nile. Number 11, Amon-Ra, Isis, and Horus were, skip A, B, sacred texts in Egyptian religion. C, the names of Egyptian gods. D, the names of Egyptian pharaohs. Number 12, which Egyptian pharaoh built the most monuments? A, Hatshepsut. B, Thutmose II. Skip C. D, Ramses II. Number 13, what does a hieroglyphic writing system use instead of alphabet letters? Skip A. B, drawings or symbols. C, a numerical code. D, papyrus scrolls. Number 14, for what was papyrus used? A, building coffins. Skip B. C, ink. D, making paper. Number 15, what was the purpose of the pyramids? A, to hold rebels as prisoners. B, to house farmers and their families. Skip C. D, to serve as tombs for pharaohs. Number 16, what made the Egyptian lunar calendar difficult to use? Skip A. B, each year had a different number of days. Or C, it was based on a star that appeared every 3 years. Number 17, how did the region's geography affect Kush? A, the Nile's cataracts made it difficult to travel by boat. Skip B. C, Kush could not produce a surplus. D, Kushites did not have far to travel to attack their enemies. Number 18, Kush is best remembered for A, trade networks with Greece and Rome and other parts of Africa. B, queens called Candaces. Skip C. D. Food shortages. Number 19. Kush conquered which kingdom? A. Axum. Skip B. C. Egypt. D. Assyria. Number 20. When was ancient Egypt the most powerful and prosperous? A. Just after Narmer's unification. B. During the Old Kingdom. Skip C. D. During the New Kingdom. Number 21. The soil of the Nile River Valley is best characterized as A. Fertile. Skip B. C. Rocky. D. Barren. Number 22. From top to bottom, what is the correct order of the social structure of ancient Egypt? A. Pharaoh, scribes, priests, merchants, farmers. Skip B. C. Pharaoh, priests, nobles, and officials, scribes, merchants and artisans, farmers, servants, and slaves. Or D. Pharaoh, priests, farmers, scribes, merchants. Number 23. The Book of the Dead is a well-known piece of ancient Egyptian literature that A. is a guide to the afterlife for the souls of the dead. B. is a list of important citizens and officials who died. C. explains the succession of pharaohs. Skip D. Number 24. Because there was less land to farm in Kush than in Egypt, A. Kushites were more motivated to trade. B. Many Kushites moved to Egypt. Skip C. D. Kushites sold their surplus grain to Egypt. Number 25. What were possible consequences of a drought in ancient Egypt? A. Forest fires would break out and destroy homes. B. The yield of grain crops would skip B. C. Crops would fail and cause hunger. D. The sands would become hot and burning. Number 26. Read the story of Horus and Seth. After the god Osiris became king of Egypt, his brother Seth took the form of a monster and killed him out of jealousy. Osiris's son Horus and his uncle Seth competed in many contests to settle the argument over who was the true king of Egypt. In the end, Horus emerged victorious. His victory united the kingdoms of Egypt and ushered in an era of peace and prosperity. From that day forward, the people of Egypt considered each pharaoh to be Horus in the form of a human. What was the significance of this story to ancient Egyptians? A. Horus brought light and life to the people of Egypt as the sun god. B. Pharaohs were considered gods on earth and therefore powerful. C. Priests of Horus's temple in Thebes were also considered gods. Number 27. What effect did continued trade with Egypt have on Kush civilization? A. Kushites adopted many of the elements of Egyptian culture. Skip B. C. Kushites stopped trading with other African kingdoms. D. Kushites wanted to leave their country and move to Egypt. Number 28. How did Egypt's increased food production and surplus encourage people to become artisans? Skip A. B. Roads needed to be built to carry surplus crops to markets. C. Farmers hired craft workers to make new agricultural tools. D. Not everyone had to produce food, so some could be artisans or merchants. Number 29. In order to construct the pyramids, the Egyptians needed to be proficient in engineering and skip A. B. Mathematics. C. Chemistry. D. Anatomy. Number 30. Look at this ancient Egyptian tomb painting. The purpose of tomb paintings was to A, provide the buried person with the objects and pleasures shown, B, illustrate how much wealth the buried person had possessed, C, tell the story of the buried person's life, skip D. Number 31. The geography of ancient Egypt included vast desert areas of burning sands known as A, Upper Egypt, B, Lower Egypt, skip C, D, the Red Land. Number 32, look at the map, Egypt and Kush. How did its location help Kush become a powerful kingdom? A, it created competition with the powerful Egyptian kingdom. B, it provided a trading link between Africa south of the Sahara and Egypt. D, it allowed the Kushites to travel by boat, which was faster than by foot. Number 33. In ancient Egypt, those responsible for using hieroglyphics to record important information and maintain records were called A, artisans, B, bureaucrats, skip C, D, scribes. Number 34. How did Hatshepsut change Egypt during her reign as pharaoh? A, she expanded Egypt by engaging in wars of conquest. B, she founded a new dynasty that ruled Egypt for generations. Skip C. D, she increased Egypt's wealth by expanding trade. Number 35. Why did Egyptians mummify and bury their bodies? Skip A. B, to preserve their bodies in the afterlife. C, to burn their bodies in the temple to become smoke. Number 36. Ideas spread from Egypt to other lands through commerce, the buying and selling of goods and services. This allowed each country to depend on the other to get what they needed, which was called A, interdependence, skip B, C, bureaucracy, D, mercantilism. Number 37, look at the map, Kush and its resources. What were the advantages of establishing Meroe as the new capital of Kush? A, Meroe was located near iron deposits and trade routes. B, Meroe received less rain and flooding than Napata. Skip C. Number 38. What functions did Egypt's bureaucracy perform for the pharaoh? A, the bureaucracy collected taxes from farmers and distributed surpluses to themselves and priests. Skip B. C, the bureaucracy handled and produced currency.